Fiend here, trying to defend the title, are going to have to cut through 6 wins throughout the whole set to reset and then take the victory in the end. It's going to be a real big mountain for him to climb. The aggro crag of sorts.
Fiend has to do the 2 best of 5s, of course, because he's coming from the losers final. And one thing that's got my eyebrow raised is Fiend is going to be switching up the characters, of course, retaining those blasters. He's been playing insane with those blasters, but now he's going to have the axe, a really strong option against the lance play that Wesley's known for. Of course, Wesley isn't guaranteed to have the Black Knight. Fiend definitely got to see it when they were doing legend selects, but either way, Wesley is known for his lance, so axe is just going to be a strong option against any of the characters Wesley had.
Well, getting things going right now, Fiend is going to be taking out his defense in favor of movement speed, and then Wesley is going to be going into the dex stance on Orion. I'm not familiar with all the dex breakpoints, but I do not remember if what the benefits are of the dex stance on Orion.
Yeah, I'm not sure with Orion specifically, but either way, getting a great start for Wesley, able to get 4 to 6 now damage, basically uncontested. Fiend starting to get some hits in, gets that dare, gets a neutral item, goes for a big read with the N-Sig, wouldn't have even led to a knockout really, just giving him some strong stage position, but Wesley with the N-Sig, being fortunate that Barasa's got way more defense than Thatch does.
Fiend playing very carefully. Wesley with the side air that nearly takes out. Oh, tries to get the recovery read. Gets a second one off of the wall touch. Tries to get a third. Not going to find it. A little bit more space this time, whereas Fiend had to go for the wall. The side air is going to be taking out that first stock, and Wesley has barely taken any damage.
Yeah, Wesley looking so strong. Definitely recognizing a lot of players' habits to go for like a vertical move out, right? They like to jump out. They like to dodge up. Wesley just going for a lot of these air-to-air or anti-air moves to punish it.
Big damage coming out. 2 weapon throws, not going to connect either one. And the down air, that could have been very bad if Wesley was able to find a retaliation there. Finding, overextending like that can cost you everything in the wrong position.
Nice side airs. Wesley still has the movement. Fiend actually doesn't have to go off stage. Wesley gonna fall to his death, and Fiend has the weapon control. You don't see him juggle though. He's not trying to delay the spawn. Instead, he's just like, I want the weapon I want. I'm not gonna care about delaying.
Ooh,
oh no.
That's
no.
big.
Oh, that's a stock.
It.
Dude, the fake out goes just low with the ground pound, then back up, second ground pound, catches Fiend, so much force behind it, and the weapon toss to guarantee it.
Fiend having to break his way back so much. A full stock down at this point.
Punish from Wesley. Fiend wants to stick with these axes. Nice down air on top of Wesley, but that's not a whole lot after it. Fiend's getting caught.
Down air. Recovery, looking for a signature finisher. Not going to find it. Fiend, no weapon now, has to make his way back. No weapon throw to interrupt. Oh, holding that angle.
No ground pound or anything?
He was looking for it. He looked like he was too cautious. He didn't want to risk it all too much at the last second, because if he had one of those recoveries for Lance, one hit from that and Fiend might have been KO'd. Even off of the wall bounce.
In the state he's in, you got to risk it for the biscuit. Oh. Wesley going to get the ground pound, take game number 1. And that Lance play from Wesley looking oh so good.
And this is, why Wesley is power rank number 2 in the South American region. He is an absolute monster. And taking out the first game against the reigning champion from Combo Breaker and I think the rest of the South American tournaments this year. Just shows his ability.
Yeah, I mean, it was Wesley and Power Ranger who beat Fiend in the grand finals of Combo Breaker 2v2. And you do see Fiend forced to switch up the characters. Going to be going over to this Bryn, retaining that axe. The axe was definitely very strong against Wesley, but going to be going back to something, a comfort weapon for Fiend, that spear, right? Like he's played Tori, he's played Nash, he's played Bryn, all in competition. All to great effect. So of course, playing this Bryn again against Wesley We'll see how well it works as we get into game number 2 of the grand final.
Going for the weapon, it is going to be Wesley finding that first weapon. Now the axe play, going for the gravity cancel downline, not going to connect it as Wesley doesn't go down. He goes for the jump option to hold on to that dodge. Good, consistent damage coming out from both players right now. Fiend able to find those side lights. That's actually very strong for him. Now he's going to have a little bit of trouble because dealing with the lance is going to be a completely different beast than dealing with that spear.
Now put him off screen.
Oh my gosh.
Fiend just has so much extra work he has to do, and he's got to be careful, right? He's been going for this sidelight nair recovery, trying to read after that nair, and Wesley's been doing a really good job of avoiding that recovery and going for a dare punish, which can be very devastating against an axe player. Nice
side air still not going to find a KO.
A horizontal air movement, Wesley just flying back to stage. Another side air. Fiend able to finish the stock, didn't take too much damage, but it's got to be a bit frustrating to keep sending Wesley flying, and he's just like, all right, I still got this lance. I can fly back anytime.
Wesley with the weapon throw, not going to connect it. Now he's going to have to contend with being unarmed for a second. He does find the rocket lance and is getting all of his attacks actually interrupted right now. Finally finds a down air on a Fiend, and he does have him in the danger zone, but he's a stock down.
Nice pickup from Fiend. He's going to go over to the spear, maybe trying to warm it up a little bit. Of course, it's a weapon that Wesley has not played against right now, and it's going to be the weapon toss from Fiend back to the axe. Final stock here for Wesley in game number 2. Good avoidance from Fiend, not moving over, but the down sig will take the first stock.
Fiend with the approach, neutral air, punish from Wesley. Very nice punish and follow up on the read with the turnaround side air, pushing him off stage for a split second. Good spot dodge as well. Wesley is really turning this stock around right now, able to get a lot of damage on a Fiend, and this is going to carry him quite a bit if he can just get him right into the red. Or even get a Gimp going off stage. That's a deep overextension.
Oh, didn't jump.
Oh no! Holding it, holding it.
You see Fiend. He's like, if you make the wrong move here, I am going to hit you with another side air, try to guarantee this stock, but Wesley steals the stage control on the flight back, and Fiend has to fight his way forward.
I mean, he did have a second stock. Very nice weapon throw to get that interruption.
Oh, good spot dodge.
Huge interruption there.
He went for another end sig. It's been working fairly well here in game number 2. Fiend now down to the final stock against Wesley. If Wesley wins this game, that is going to be devastating for Fiend. Fiend had such a massive lead, 3 stocks to 1 of Wesley.
Lots of aerials coming out from Wesley, trying to make his way back, and but he never touched the ground, so he's gonna lose that stock, and it's gonna be Fiend game number 2, tying the set.
I gotta point out, man, Fiend has been doing a really good job of adjusting between game 1 and game 2. Really recognized, all right, Wesley after the dare likes to go for this end sig, which punishes me for trying to move upwards. Instead, spot dodged it, and then he's in a great position to get some sort of punish, right? Or conversely, right, when he was going for the sidelight nair, went for the recovery, Wesley hits him with the down air, punishes him. He's like, all right, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna go for a gravity cancel down air, and it catches Wesley. Like, Fiend is making these adjustments mid-match, and they're so incredibly effective at stealing the lead from Wesley.
And if he can just continue to exacerbate that lead, to spread it out even further, then we might just see a reset. Now, Wesley, of course, we're going to start seeing some adaptation from him as well. He isn't going to take that defeat lying down. He is going to try to push right back into that victory spot to put the pressure onto Fiend. If he can take this victory right here, he'll only need 1 game left to end the South American tournament and upset Fiend to be the champion. So that kind of pressure can do a lot on somebody's mental.
Yeah, definitely pressure is on Fiend. Wesley has the advantage, of course, coming in from the winner's side in the grand finals. Like you said, just has to win 2 more games, and Wesley will be crowned the summer champion for the South American region. Fiend, of course, sticking with the Bryn, going to be going up against Wesley's Black Knight here in game number 3 on Miami Dome.
With the approach, the clash there, allowing Wesley to avoid quite a bit of damage. Fiend with the
Fiend trying to see how he'll react after the nair.
You saw he read that jump out of the neutral air, went for that recovery. Wesley was reactive in just the right way to get that down air, but Fiend finding the neutral sig follow up there, getting the KO off the top is going to be enormous for him.
Good movement from Wesley, though. Again, reading these upward panic movements from his opponents, these N-Sigs, he's so punishing. Miami Dome, just like Crystal Temple, those soft platforms can be like a fake safe haven against a character like Black Knight with those N-Sigs.
Down airs coming out, the meat grinder coming out from Fiend. Down sig. Wesley trying to chase, finally hitting a side air. That's going to push Fiend way off stage. Is he going to go for the ground pound? No, he's going to play it carefully. Little kick.
A little delayed on the N-Sig, but still, Fiend with the weapon toss, picks up the axe, goes for a second attack, does not hit the ground pound in time. Wesley able to get back, but still damage building onto Wesley. Another stock taken.
Very big stuff coming out right now. Fiend, enormous lead right now. I expect Wesley will probably find a stock on him this game, but either way, Fiend is looking phenomenal.
Ooh! Micro spacing from Fiend just outside the side sig, gets a punish on top of it. Down air into ground pound. Fiend starting to pop off with the axe. This is what happens, right? When Fiend gets the confidence, when he has all the momentum on his side, he just runs over his opponents.
Down air again into the side air. Weapon throw, doesn't even need it. Wesley knows he can't get back.
Big wins for Fiend. Gonna go into game number 4 immediately, and Wesley forced to make the swap. He's gonna be bringing out the Macho Man.
Oh, well, this is what we were used to seeing him play in previous tournaments. The Macho Man, that increased defense, the big smile on his face, of course. Having that axe in the backup might help him out a little bit more here.
Yeah, he'll at least be able to go axe to axe against Fiend, which I mean, it's definitely not a negative matchup. So we'll see how well it works out for him, as Fiend has been running wild. Macho Man gonna try to put a stop to that one. Does pick up the spawn weapon, has a lance in hand, but no damage put out on either side just yet.
Fiend looking for the approach. Now, this is still a similar matchup from what he was dealing with against the Orion. Wesley is starting out on this lance right now. So Fiend utilizing the same strategy to get hits in with the axe. Very smart, and it is working out pretty well right now. Now he's got to contend with Wesley's axe. This is something that Wesley is actually very familiar with. So there is no room to breathe. Wesley already getting a huge amount of damage.
Yo, but all that damage is just to even it up. Fiend had the lead. Wesley is just making this one closer. Dodges through the N-Sig from Fiend. Other one, Wesley able to dodge it just barely, but the downlight recovery, Wesley gets put off screen. Turnaround opportunities, still not enough to finish off the stock, though.
Wesley looking for the side air off on the side. Oh, that's going to stuff out the recovery.
Yeah.
There's no more upward momentum for him.
Saw the stars, got the stock. Fiend takes the lead. And just denying weapons from Wesley.
Fiend looking for the approach. The down light's coming out. Wesley finally able to find a neutral light. Down 6 sliding off stage. Not going to connect it. That would have been a huge hit, though. Side air from across the map. Not going to find the KO either. It's going to need a little bit more. Good damage. Oh. There we go.
I was worried for a sec. Wesley was really relying on that down tick. You saw him throw out a bunch and they were just whiffing. But still was able to pick up that side air. Fiend back onto the axe, gets the side light in air. Tries to go for the recovery read. It's just axe versus axe.
Ooh, very nice ground pound coming out. Wesley can get back, but the second follow-up after that recovery, waiting just to make sure that he won't get caught by the recovery on the way back. Fiend timing that perfectly and taking out that second stock.
That was really good aerial positioning from Fiend just outside of that nair from Wesley. Wesley was trying to guarantee his wall touch when Fiend was like, all right, you can get it, but I'm going to hit you with this ground pound.
All right, looks like hovering in the air, looking for the side air opportunity. Gonna land it. Switching over to the Lance. Getting the side air, that's a big hit. Not able to find the downlight.
Dodge and Fiend gets back to the wall.
Ooh.
Turnaround opportunity. Wesley gets him with the down air, and Wesley able to even up the stock count.
Phenomenal opportunity from opportunity play from Wesley to just find that overextension and punish it so hard. It might not be enough for this game, but even so, kudos. Oh, so close. He's got the horizontal movement as well. He doesn't need to expend jumps. Oh no, overextension again. Is this going to cost him?
Wesley almost stole that one. Fiend with the overextension. Fiend back on stage though, has that health advantage, could easily get this reset if he finds the right hit. It's the neutral signature for Fiend to reset it in the grand finals, and it's all down to this next best of 5.
Big reset for Fiend there as well, because that was just an absolutely grueling game, especially in the beginning. Losing that first round and then being able to just come back and just have a 3-game run all the way to the reset bracket. Now things are cleared up. We're going to be seeing this fresh. Wesley and Fiend both in the elimination contention now. It is anybody's game. Woo! I hope y'all in the chat are hyped, because I know I am.
It is going to be exciting. The final set of the Summer Championship 1v1 portion of things. Fiend versus Wesley. After the reset, Fiend able to get that spawn weapon. Has the axe already starting to chop Wesley up.
Oh my gosh, Fiend! Hasn't taken any damage yet. Is going to take 2 big hits though. Backing off a little bit. Down air into the neutral sig. Very nice read to get the spot dodge.
Nice neutral light from Wesley. Trying to get that stage control. Fiend not going to connect with that weapon toss. Going in, and Wesley with the turnaround. Again, Fiend on these overcommits. Wesley trying to get these punishes, but just not finding enough. Downlight recovery. Fiend takes the stock lead.
Fiend on the approach. Leave with a downlight. Gonna find it. A little bit more damage coming in. Wesley with a nice dodge through into the neutral air.
Nice side air from Wesley. Can he get the stock evener? Goes for the ground pound. Risky play. Recovery. Not going to finish off the stock. Needs the side air to hit. Does not find the downlight. Wesley again struggling to finish the stock of Fiend.
Ooh, had to move really particularly to get away from that weapon throw. That could have stuffed out a jump option or a recovery and allowed Wesley to get a ground pound follow-up for an early KO. Or maybe not an early one, but a concise one. He is going to find the KO off on the side, though, from the side air.
Wesley going to try to deny this weapon pickup. Got a little bit of a punish there with that side air, but you're not seeing the big momentum plays from Wesley we were seeing earlier, right? Like, we're not seeing him finding those NSIG punishes on the dodge up. Instead, Wesley can't even get the wall touch, and
no.
Fiend basically a full stock lead in game number 1 on the grand final set.
That mind gip was enormous. Wesley had the options to get back, but he just didn't use them in time because he was expecting the chase down from Fiend. And now Wesley playing from the back foot right here, having to go in and get a little bit more damage, but knowing he can't just go straight to the wall in order to just full on aggress against Fiend, because that's his territory.
Just a wild down sig coming out from Wesley. Side air to punish. Not going to put Fiend off screen. Bro, Fiend looking like he's got 8 defense. Like, Fiend's looking like he's got the higher defense between the two of them right now.
Wesley evening up these stocks and holding on to a pretty decent damage threshold right now, and the early yellow on that fresh stock from Fiend is the perfect place for him to be in right now, because that forces this to be as even as Wesley could possibly get it at this point. Fiend taking a lot of damage, and now the advantage is in Wesley's court. Fiend has to make his way back, but no!
Fantastic plays from Wesley to steal the win in the first game of the grand final reset. And now Wesley has some momentum, but still, that was tough. Fiend was looking like he was in the lead for the most of that game.
Wesley taking game number 1 off the reset is going to be huge now, because Fiend just came off of a 3-game run. He did lose the first game in the set, but you would assume that would mean that Fiend has already adapted to Wesley's playstyle, and those 3 wins showed us that no matter what Wesley did, Fiend was able to find those victories and even extend them out to make them even more brutal. But now Wesley finding this victory right here is showing us that this could go either way still.
Showing life in Wesley, showing that he still has the potential. Much more patient Wesley coming out here. You're seeing him just dashing around, waiting for his opportunities to make these attacks onto Fiend. Big side air, lead in Wesley's favor.
Neutral light. A little bit more damage. Fiend with a very careful damage build up. So side light reads and strings. Just so consistent for Fiend right now.
He's doing a really good job of mixing up his read off of the neutral air. Just keeping Wesley on his toes. Great down air from Wesley, putting that pressure on the Fiend. Fiend off stage, but Wesley doesn't have any weapon to really push that advantage.
Neutral light, pushing Fiend way, way far out. And Fiend, getting real hurt. That side air would have killed any closer to the wall. Wesley going to look for the KO option. Recovery not going to connect. Not held long enough. There it is.
Wesley looking good here. Takes the first stock in game number 2. Looks like he's figured out what he needs to do against this Fiend Bryn.
Side air coming out. Pushing Wesley off. Fiend has to find this KO right now. Weapon throw is going to do it.
Just like that, Fiend able to even it up. Not even a huge damage lead in the way of Wesley. In fact, that downlight might have been enough to basically even it up.
Approach from Wesley, not going to find any of those approaches, and that's going to be Fiend with the retaliation damage right here. Recovery coming out, not going to connect it. Wesley ready for that approach. Even able to punish it just a little bit, but Fiend with a lot more damage right now.
But a nice neutral light coming out from Wesley. Looks like he's a little bit more comfortable with this axe now. Waiting for his opportunity. Again, you're seeing Wesley kind of dash dance on the left side, but Fiend gets in, gets on top of him, gets him with a recovery.
Side air, big hit onto Fiend. Oh, ground pound. He doesn't have very many options to get back left. Oh my! Not only does he get back, but he gets the KO onto Wesley as well. What a reversal of fortune.
I don't know if that was a intentional down signature expecting Fiend to come up through the soft platform, or if he was trying to dip under and immediately throw out a ground pound. But either way, Wesley got hot and Fiend takes the stock advantage.
Side air. More damage getting built up on the Wesley. Oh, unfortunate. He was not in the range to catch him on the first one. Ended up taking 2 more hits before finding that second gravity cancel down sig on the axe. Wesley just barely getting that stock off.
Yeah, Wesley with the wake up, fortunately was able to get the stock off of Fiend. Goes in, gets the 2-piece. Couldn't quite get the ledge canceled downlight. Of course, still not true. Definitely not with Olgrim on 4 dexterity, but a fantastic play from Wesley, and suddenly he could do it. He could do it.
Oh no, he doesn't have too many options left. No recovery,
Did it!
And that's gonna do it. Wesley, game number 2.
Wesley is 1 game away from taking out the South American champion. and being crowned the South American Summer Champion. Fiend, time and time again, has been the dominant force in this region, and Wesley is one game away from doing it.
And we see the swap too, back to the Brawlhalla. He needs more defense and he realizes it. Swapping over to that option, getting the blasters back, having to get a little bit more spacing out against the axe play. Maybe that's going to be the catalyst. Maybe it didn't work out against the Orion pick, but this time against the Macho Man, there's nothing left for him to do. He has 3 stocks to hold on to. Of course, he gets them back if he wins, but that's it. If he loses them all right here, then Wesley is the new champion.
Yeah, Fiend has to do 3 games in a row. If he loses any of them, he's out. It's over. Wesley is the summer champion, and that is so wild to think that Fiend is now in the underdog position for South America. But here we are, game number 3, Fiend versus Wesley. Fiend picking up the axe, Wesley with the lance.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh! Didn't
this
get
could be-
the
this
last
could be that
hit.
as well.
Turnaround
Oh,
from
the
Fiend.
turnaround. We do see a potential
going
here
in.
off stage.
He's going in.
The ground pound looks like there might be a little bit of a reset, a breather back on the stage. They are going to get back. They're going to reset just a little bit, but Wesley almost finding that KO and then Fiend turning around almost immediately to almost find a reversal, because it does take a lot of jumping options and recoveries to get off that far.
Dude, that's that both of them smiling like, yo, we both know that we made each other sweat on that one. Both of them got back, like you said, able to reset it to a neutral game here, and Wesley with some just amazing axe play.
Fiend having played very careful now, the lance in hand, and both players already in the danger zone. Weapon throw going to be avoided. No
Really
dodge
avoided.
used yet. Oh,
the turnaround!
My gosh, that's going to be
turnaround!
Fiend! Fiend! Woo!
Fiend able to sneak that stock, but again, he's gotta widen this gap here. That side air is gonna take down the stock from Fiend, and Wesley knows that all he needs is one solid axe combo, and he's gonna be back in this.
Down air. Tries to go into the neutral light. Gravity cancel, not gonna find it. Wesley with a little bit more damage build up right now from the axe. Side air coming out, neutral light. Oh, not gonna find it with the recovery follow up. Little too early on that option, perhaps. The side air coming out though, going for the reverse. That was very close.
Trading blow for blow, axe for axe. Wesley goes for the double down air. Fiend looking for some down airs of his own. Neutral light from Wesley puts Fiend off stage, and a side air. Wesley's one stock away from doing it.
Oh my gosh, are we about to see a new champion? It is right here, 1 tournament stock left.
South America is sweating.
Wesley getting everything on the line. He's already got the trophy in hand, technically. Looking for a little bit more right now. This rocket lance ready to get the push. Ground pound coming off on the side. Down sig coming out. Fiend getting pressured. Down sig coming out.
The stock.
Side air. Look how damaged Wesley is as well.
Oh
He just
my
has to get a side air. He can't find it. There it is. Finally,
That's not
back to
enough.
the stage though. Losing the velocity. Oh no, in the red. Fiend getting him off the top, but look at the damage.
Yo, just don't panic jump. Just don't panic jump. But Fiend's gonna go over to the axe. He cannot afford any combos from Wesley. Like, Fiend is so incredibly hurt. This
Can't
is
afford a
tournament
side air.
stock for Fiend here. Wesley, one hit, and that is it. Wesley is the summer champion for South America. What?
Oh my gosh, 3 and out too. We haven't seen a new South American champion since Star Death, I think 2 years ago. So incredible stuff coming out from Wesley right now. Just absolutely stunning me, leaving me speechless here. Just phenomenal stuff. Fiend making such a hard run all the way back up through the tournament. Wesley taking it down. Absolutely insane. But here we are.